Jissy ain't fucking with us tonight.
Y'all
Yo,
funny as
Jesse,
shit.
Jesse, yo, look, man. I swear to God, if Google Hangouts did not stop laughing, Jesse, I would still be on. I swear to God, Jesse, I still be on Google Hangouts if fucking they stop fucking doing live YouTube shit. Because I'm not paying for Zoom. God damn it. I know it's one of the things where I'm stuck, but come on, Jesse, help a brother out. I don't see no one else using this platform but me. Help a brother out. It,
Help me. Help me.
help me. It's like I'm trying to get you business out. I want to be sponsored. Damn it! All right, I want to be up there with the Raid Shadow Legends and and the
Yeah.
Ray Cons and all that other stuff, man. You know, help a brother out, Jitty. God damn. I know you listening. I'm the only one that uses your anyway, I'm glad that I've reached 100 episodes. It's one of the things is I've actually like been persistent is to keep this podcast going, and I'm glad that I have people that are very interested in viewpoints and things to talk to and all that other stuff about the world. So let's hope for 100 more. And with that, let's get to our final thoughts since Jesse want to fucking act out. And we're gonna start with Tony.
Um, I would say know I came in late, but I just talked to Jameson. I mean, I texted him before. I completely forgot that the pay-per-view jumps this weekend, so see that jump. But everybody be safe and do your thing. I'm not liking that Bray Wyatt and old girl. She just don't
You
fit
not
in.
liking that?
Yeah, I'm watching that, but I'm saying I'm watching a pay-per-view, but it's just like she's not fitting in with him. Like I
You
they
don't
said,
think so?
huh?
You don't think so?
Nah, man, she's just not fitting in. She got that face where like she's still innocent. Like she not doing no evil shit. Like she got that cute face. It doesn't. I don't know. It just
That's what makes it all the better.
yeah. It just she just looked too cute, man. It's just I don't know. They should have
I
got
can't
somebody
believe
else.
I'm saying this, but I actually agree with Dion. Holy shit.
it's that it's that innocent look that when she does go off and she does her little creepy shit, like when she blacked out and went off on Lacey Evans and Nikki
Yeah.
Cross and shit, that sweet innocent face of hers just makes it all the creepier, makes it all the better. Think about all the horror movies when you'll see someone talking to a little kid, a little girl or whatever, and then the little girl like slash their ass up. It's like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's just like I don't know. I think Bray Wyatt just do the character way a lot more better than her. Um, I mean, it really. Oh yeah. Dallas versus Redskins game this weekend. I think yeah. So, go watching the
They not
football
the
team.
Redskins no more.
Watching the football team go. Dallas still suck. Oh yeah. Oh, did
The
y'all
whole
see?
NFC East is trash.
No, did you see that? It's a video I showed Jameson where a dude got so pissed off versus the Dallas Cowboys game and the Cardinals that he started beating his TV up from the wall, threw it on the floor, kicked it, and then pull out a nine and shot it 6 times. Bruh. that,
He
that
did
joke was
that. He
just
did that stunting for. He did that for likes. He must have money for another one and did that for likes. So was probably about to get rid of that TV or something. Because
that was
how the fuck
overkill. Bruh. But
who doing all that? Come on, stop that shit.
oh
Unless
man,
you got it to replace it, who doing all that?
that's overkill, man. But shit,
Come
man,
on, man.
everybody just chill, enjoy these nice weather for the weekend, and do your thing. That's it.
Dion is on you.
And since we brought up wrestling or whatever, I did want to ask about Hell in a Cell predictions.
Yeah,
So what matches do we have on the card so far? Because
Randy
uh,
Orton and
yeah, because I was about to say outside of the Hell in a Cell matches, we got Elias and Jeff Hardy, who I think Elias is going to get that for some reason. I think that's going to be a W for Elias.
I think it's gonna be an L. I think the person that actually did the accident to him gonna probably show up or something. He probably gonna lose.
Which we all know it was Sheamus who set Jeff Hardy up. So does this lead to a thing? Well, between Elias and Sheamus,
It could be. It could be. Um,
who
who
else?
else?
Let me see. Miz and Otis are actually going to fight for that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Shout out to JBL.
Money in the bank.
Shout out to Ron Simmons also. It was good to see the APA back together.
Yes. And shout out to my man Teddy Long, holla holla holla, and Oscar.
I was just about to mention Oscar.
Okay.
The
Oh yeah, I think
the female tag team is up for grabs, is it? No,
I think so.
No.
nah, man.
No, because they had a match on Raw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got Elias winning that. I think Otis is going to retain. Obviously, since they broke up Heavy Machinery. I'm looking at some of the cards now. Bailey versus Sasha Banks. I want
Sasha.
I want Sasha to get it.
Yeah, I want Sasha too.
Sasha's winning that.
She's
I
gonna
think she
get
has
it at WrestleMania.
By the way, shout out to Sasha too, because she looked. That girl was
Sasha
looking
always
delicious.
look good. Sasha
She was
always
looking
look good though.
No, but she was looking extra delicious. I don't know. I'm a fan of black. I don't know. I just like black. She was just rocking that black.
I'm a fan of Sasha Banks. She always look good, man. Come on.
I think we're all a fan of Sasha Banks, but it was
And then
just
I don't. And then here's the thing. I don't even like smaller girls like that. But when I see Sasha Banks, and Wallace can agree with me, god damn.
also there was Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell. I got Drew retaining that.
I've
I
got Randy walking with
I
that.
want Randy. Yeah,
I got
Y'all,
Randy walking with that.
Randy Orton is not winning. Are you kidding me?
Y'all really pushing this Randy Orton? Huh?
Do y'all watch wrestling?
I'm not.
I hear you.
Hey, father. I'm looking at this prediction, and they even have Randy Orton winning the title, so it might be on us. I don't know.
He's not winning.
Bianca,
Roman Reigns.
Bianca
Roman
Belair
Reigns
is not
versus
on the.
Jey Uso. I'm
Reigns.
sorry, Tony. What you say?
Now says Bianca not she's not fighting.
I don't think she has a match. She just beat Selena Vega. So
Again for
yeah.
the, I believe, third or fourth time.
Hey. Also, shout out to Chad Gable. I just want to throw that in there. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso in a Hell in a Cell I Quit match, which is I think
Reigns.
this is the first time. Oh yeah, Reigns,
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that match. Mm.
and that's it. That's everything on the card so far.
Mm.
From what I've seen, that's everything on the card so far. Yeah. So there we go. We went through predictions. So anything else, Dion?
That's it.
Okay, Father is on you.
So for my last words, I just want to shout out to my motherland, Africa. There's a lot of cool shit going on right now. You know, NSARS in Nigeria. We got the women are actually protesting in Namibia right now because femicide is going on over there. So shout out to the sisters over there. There's child trafficking over in Ghana and Ivory Coast. So we want to make sure that we get on top of that too. Let me see. There's some other stuff too. Congo, you know, they're actually really, really advocating because a lot of people are dying over at the Congo right now. So I'm keeping my eye on there right now. So I hope those brothers and sisters also get, you know, something working on over there. And there was another country too that I'm forgetting. It was Congo, Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Namibia. Um. Oh, Cameroon. Cameroon. There's a apparently there's a genocide against people who speak English in Cameroon because as y'all
I
know,
heard
Cameroon.
about that. That shit is scary, bruh.
Yeah, Cameroon is the majority of the Cameroonians speak French because it was a French colony. So yeah, there's been an Anglophone genocide over there, and one thing that you have to understand about Africa is that it is literally the most colonized landmass in the entire world. So when people say certain shit about, oh, why can't Africans just get their shit together, and I'm like, a lot of them have, but you have to understand they've been colonized, and these are fairly recent countries. These are countries that gotten their independence in like the late 50s, early 60s, like back when the civil rights movement was going on. You know what I'm saying? The people who were alive back then are still pretty much alive now. You know what I'm saying? So those same sentiments, though, that energy is still out there, very heavy. And one thing, and especially about the Congo, the first president, Patrice Lumumba, he was assassinated by Belgians and the U.S. because he wanted Congo to be independent, and that was actually a conflict of interest because, as y'all know, Congo is minerally the richest country in the world. That we get coltan from there, we get uranium from there, like we get the shit that powers our cell phones and our laptops and our Nvidia cards and shit like that. All of that shit comes from the Congo. So
Like all the shit that goes in like batteries and shit.
yeah, all of that shit comes from the Congo. So like that's why a lot of these countries fucking rape that country. Like they rape that country dry. And it has so many minerals, yet it is like literally one of the poorest countries in the world because the politicians there are all bought. And I tell people to think about it. In what way would your country ever sell out to Western interests to the point where your people are suffering? That doesn't happen if you're homegrown in your country. You're gonna have pride for your country. The people that are in office in the Congo now are not real Congolese politicians. They are bought, paid for agent Negroes that's sponsored by the US, that's sponsored by Belgium, that's sponsored by all these other Western countries so they can exploit that land. And we're trying to bring up attention to that, but no one wants to take Africa seriously because, as y'all know, we black. We're the origin of where blackness comes from. So of course they're gonna double ignore us. And then I've also been seeing this sentiment on social media where some Negroes, some Africans come over to the US or come over to the UK, and then they get a little bit of money because they went to school or whatever, and then they become all uppity. You know what I'm saying? They start talking down on folks and shit like that. And I'm trying to tell people right now, if I see that shit, I'm checking it. I'm pretty sure all of you seen me do it, and that's like the energy I've been on for the longest time. I've been checking these coons left and right because they really do feel like they got some sort of more. They think they got a megaphone because they live in the U.S. or they live in UK and shit like that, and these motherfuckers like to forget where they come from. Also, and it's a lot of shit, but like I'm gonna bring it all to one cohesive point. I've also seen for some odd reason that there is like a Nigerians and the End SARS movement. Apparently, there are some people that are trying to divert the movement into like a feminist type of thing, and it's very reminiscent of what happens with Black Lives Matter because when it first started, it was grassroots. You know what I'm saying? It was I believe it was Ferguson when Mike Brown died. It was Ferguson, and people was out in the streets like they was really putting in work. You know what I'm saying? But then it got co-opted because people wanted, instead of people talking about police brutality, people wanted to make it a point about LGBT and feminism and transphobia and intersectionality and shit like that. And we're like, Black Lives Matter doesn't exclude anybody. As a matter of fact, the term Black Lives Matter is just that. Black Lives Matter. If you black, your life matters. That's literally it. I don't know how you took the time to find these little crevices in the phrase and add all these little misleading things to it, but we never excluded them in the first place. So I'm trying to figure out where this conversation came from.
Ooh.
And
Hold on, clear first.
Zan keeps saying like that is chaos
what is it?
when it hurts.
Who from?
The oath. I'm
No,
telling
because
her.
Carol was using it.
So it's hers?
No, Carol was using it. but there's no reason to say that he should be killed.
My bad. Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, that was weird. But anyway, um, as I was saying, they're trying to co-opt the movement or whatever, and it's weird to me because like you had this movement, Ansars, everybody's on code. And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing like some more division and shit. I'm like, bro, this is agent behavior at this point. If we have one thing, if we fighting for something, and then you start bringing in feminism, and then you start bringing in these other things, and now them by itself, they're not bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking people who are feminists. I'm not knocking people who are LGBT advocates. But if we're talking about police brutality, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you can include LGBTQ because they go through police brutality too, but let's not make it to the point where we're going to center ourselves because men have centered themselves. And it's like now all you're doing is you're trying to bring attention, you're taking attention away type shit. You feel me? And I don't want that shit to happen, not especially in the continent of Africa where they don't even really fuck with that shit in the first place. You letting these Western media or you letting Western society kind of dictate how you move and shit. And I don't like how that's going because it's starting to undermine the movement a little bit. I don't want to talk about feminism when we're talking about police brutality. I want to talk about police brutality. We can talk about feminism. We can talk about all these other issues. But when we start to combine them all, then the shit starts to get lost and people just asking questions that have nothing to do with the issue in the first place. So let's try to keep that same energy on one single thing, please. And because black people, we're not good at multitasking when it comes to advocacy. We're just not. Motherfuckers is too loud and all over the place trying to silence each other to be doing that shit. So I just want to give a shout out to Africa. I hope everybody in Africa, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope everybody there really gets like what they're looking for. And I really hope they fight like hell to rid themselves of the colonial ties that still haunt the continent today. I'm praying for all the African countries, whether it be Nigeria, whether it be Namibia, whether it be, Congo, especially Congo, because what happened to them is very tragic when you do the research. I'm praying for Ghana. I'm praying for Ivory Coast. I'm praying for Cameroon. I'm praying for all our African brothers and sisters. I'm also praying for my African American brothers and sisters, my Black Americans, who I ride for and advocate for every day. I'm riding for them. Black Lives Matter all day. Just all black people on earth. You know what I'm saying? We got to get on code and we just got to unite off one single code so we can all support each other during these trying times. And let's stop this stupid ass diaspora war that people fucking perpetuate on social media because they ain't got nothing better to do and they ain't even really about that life in the first place. So that's all I got to say.
To speak on the Nigerian thing, the NSARS debate and the NSARS thing. First of all, shout out to shout out to them. I don't want to say shout out to them, but prayers to them that hopefully they get this shit settled. Um, Second, Beyonce is not your savior, and that's the only thing I want to say is like I look. I understand she did her videos over there, but she is not the government, nor she is not. I understand she's a religion, but she's not literal God. So I don't think she can go over there and tell everybody stop and like hand you a Pepsi like fucking Kendall Jenner did for Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry, but any of that. But uh, it's just like I know you want Beyonce to talk about it, and which she did, but at the same time, I feel like that should be to the government and the people over there. And I hope, like I said, I hope they settle their things. But Beyonce is not your savior. Nor that you really don't need to hear from Beyonce about what's going on because you already know what's going on. Second of all, I've defended 50 Cent on many a times, and I know he's talking about he was voting for Trump, and a lot of people are mad about that. But I want people to understand that him voting for it is not on nothing to do with race. It's more or less he's been about money. 50 Cent is, I know a lot of people like mad about 50 Cent. It was like, go figure, but 50 Cent is always about money. And I know a lot of people like to bring up stuff like how he like been disrespectful to black women and throw this other stuff and get people to not like him or perpetuating drugs in the community. First things first, 50 Cent, and he'd tell you this, he's a hustler first before anything. That man's been about his money. He has always been about his money. He will forever be about his money. So Like if he wasn't hustling drugs, I feel like he would hustle everything else, which he did. He hustled water, he hustled TV shows, he hustled movies, he hustled video games, obviously, and clothing line. So obviously, the man know how to make money. Like that's the one thing I know. A lot of people like to say rappers perpetuate the drug game, or ever since like gangster rap, it was a rise. To me, I've always disagreed with that point because like it's always been there, and you're gonna rap about what you see. And if you see a lot of gang banging, shooting, of course that's what they're gonna rap about, especially what they live in. That's their lifestyle. I've always defended that part of hip hop. That's why I don't have a problem with gangster rap. Um, second of all, he is. I understand. Like he has his saying about black women. We've talked about that before, and I've said this before. There's nobody he's disrespected more than Ja Rule. Maybe his baby, like him and his baby mama, like neck and neck. But trust me, I think Ja Rule has been through worse shit than, in my opinion, 50 Cent's baby mama. Because 50 Cent's baby mama was able to live adequately off of child support and all that other stuff. So that's just my personal opinion about that. But I know a lot of people are looking at him and also Ice Cube is like Coons and all that stuff. I get that you want Trump out of office, but these are not the people that you really need to be focused on. If you want to focus on anyway, and if you want to be focused on anybody, focus on the people that's the aldermen, the people that's in the government, the people that's in the offices and all that stuff. Get the right people out of there. Like I understand, like I tell people, I understand that you want to get people out there, and for the undecided, I just want people to understand that because I know a lot of people say if you don't vote and then Trump wins, then you'll vote. And if you didn't vote, the vote don't matter. A lot of people don't care, especially like the undecided that don't want to vote. They don't care, and I understand that's like a shame tactic that a lot of people use. Like you shouldn't say shit. There's a lot of people they do not care if, especially they feel like Biden and Donald Trump is the same at the two-handed coin. They do not care, so they do not feel like voting changes work. But I will say this: a lot of people got to be doing something in the street to make change on their own, or try to put a candidate that you do think that is worthy for the next election to put in. And that's basically all I gotta say. That 100 episodes down. I hope we can reach the 100 more. I would like to thank the panel for being on here today. I love these brothers much to death. Shout out to everybody that's been on, from Mark, Xavier, Ebony, um, Shining Wolf, Cosmosis Jones, Kelly that one time, real nigga Brad, all the AJ and him not like Fuchi boys. Um, my man Ed. Shout out to my boy Ed. That was like one time. Shanina. There was one time. I feel like I don't know if I missed anybody, but oh yeah, Brandon for having the whole slavery is a choice argument. Everybody that's been on, I thank all of y'all. Because like without y'all, I probably wouldn't even have this podcast. It's probably still be an idea in my head. So with that being said, I'd like to thank all of y'all for listening to hear us talk our shit again. We got 100 down. Let's do 100 more. So this is, you know what? Let me just say podcast, and I'm signing out. Peace.